If you're using OpenClaw, you're most likely just burning your money. It can spend hundreds of dollars without you even realizing. In this video, I'm going to show you some advanced techniques I personally use to make OpenClaw about 90% cheaper without sacrificing the quality. Alright, so the biggest way to save money is just by managing your context window correctly. Here's how it works in simple words. Every time you send a request to OpenClaw, you don't just send this single message to the model. Along with it, OpenClaw also sends a system prompt, your whole conversation history, attached files and images, and more. All of this turns into a huge number of tokens you're paying for. To optimize this, start by keeping track of your current session's token consumption. Use the /status command to see how many tokens your current session is using. If the number is too large, or you want to switch the topic, you can reset the current session by using the /new or /reset command. They're basically the same. This will remove all the conversation history from the current session's context window and basically start a new chat. But if you don't want to reset it completely, and you still need some of the conversation history as context for your next request, you can use the /compact command, which will summarize all of your chat history and make it much shorter. All of that will significantly reduce the number of tokens you're using per request, which saves you a ton of money. Use more than one large language model. Stop using Claude Opus 4.6 for everything. Even though this might be one of the best models in the world, it is super expensive and not every task deserves it. Most of the tasks you do can be done by much smaller and cheaper models. For example, for your primary model, switch to K 2.5. It is an incredibly near Opus level intelligence model, but it's 11 times cheaper. For coding tasks, use GPT 5.2 Codex, or 5.3 when it's going to be available. It is the same or even stronger model than Opus for coding, and it's about 2 times cheaper. Depending on what tasks you do, choose the best model that fits your needs. And only use Opus for the tasks you need the best result possible. And if you want to keep track of the best models and find cheaper alternatives, use Artificial Analysis website. To actually use multiple models for different tasks, you can either create multiple agents and assign each one its own model, or just switch on the fly using the /model command. And if you don't want to get technical, OpenClaw can edit its own config, so simply ask it to do so. Heartbeat is a feature that lets OpenClaw run in the background and proactively check on things without you asking. By default, every 30 minutes, it wakes up and asks, "Is there anything I need to do at the moment?" If the answer is yes, it goes and does it. For example, check your emails, remind you about something, etc. But if the answer is no, it just sends "heartbeat okay" message and goes back to sleep. The problem is, by default, it uses your primary model for that. So if your primary model is Opus, it can cost you around $50 a month just from running in the background. So to save some money here, first adjust the frequency of heartbeats. In your openclaw.json file, change it to every hour, or even less often. And if you don't need it at all, you can turn it off completely by setting it to 0. You can also set active hours, so it only runs, for example, at night while you sleep. Second, use a cheaper model specifically for heartbeat. These are very simple tasks, so you don't need the best model in the world for that. Use any cheap model of your choice, like GPT-5 Nano, GPT OSS, or you can even use free local models using Ollama to cut the heartbeat cost to 0. So let me show you how to use local models step by step. First, let's install Ollama on our machine. Go to ollama.com website, click Download Ollama, then Download for Mac OS, and drag it to your Applications folder. Open it, and in the model picker, choose any model you want to download, and just say hi to it. This will automatically download it to your computer. Now, let's configure OpenClaw to use our local Ollama model we just downloaded. Simply open your OpenClaw agent and ask it something like this. I just installed Ollama on my machine and downloaded a local model. Can you update my OpenClaw config to use my local Ollama model for heartbeats only and keep my current primary model for everything else? It'll ask you which model you downloaded, and once you tell it the name, it'll set everything up for you. And now you're using a completely free local model for heartbeats while still having K 2.5 as your primary model. So combining all of these tips together can easily cut your OpenClaw costs by 80 to 90%. And if you're completely new to OpenClaw and don't even know what it is yet, check out this video right here. See you in the next one.